It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Seattle Seahawks.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Here's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan when he has the hot hand.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
To number 14.
DK Metcalf. 39 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 22. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete to Brown, right side. And And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Jackson's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Let's make these babies cry.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Ravens nothing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds. And now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15. Yard line.
Turnover on downs.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 1st down, it's Carson. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That's complete into the hands of Carson.
Wilson's pass.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Down right at the line.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Play. 2nd and 10.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They run it with Carson. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
On the stop.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
34-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
10 at the 47-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught once again by Brown. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The gain of 39 that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Jackson will throw again. Steps away, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flushed out right. And that one will fall incomplete.
On the keeper.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
54 is Mike.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Benson Mayowa able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Queen on the
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They run again with Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Wilson.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Is good.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, wide open, complete. Dances by at the 20. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16.
That's good.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Ravens 14. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. This, to me.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Let's go, switch.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, and his throw here's incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
It's a gain of
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Carson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Chris Carson.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it.
Wilson.
Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown.
DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 24, Ravens 14.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts
A gain of a yard.
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
36 tonight. I'm going back to you.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing now is Jackson. Back to Brown, this time complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Come on, time to play.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
The field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.